So we are back in the fucking whip. Back in the whip. The markets took an absolute tumble today. Something to do with Trump tariffs, something, right? Yeah, and anyway, the market's wrong. It's irrational. If you look at ETH BTC, the market's pretty much saying that Ethereum's done nothing on the whole crypto industry since like 2016, because the ratio is like, I think it's something like 0.023 or something like that. Anyway, and because Ethereum went down, it's like the king of all the altcoins, let's say. Everything's just dying, right? All the Pulse chain, 20%, 30%, 30%, 30%, all down, everything's down. Ethereum drops to like I think we hit like 2.3 or 2.2k. Fucking Bitcoin down to 90k again. Oh my god. Others, BTC flipped red on the weekly. Yeah, and anyway, it's just funny because everyone's panicking, but we haven't had euphoria yet. So the market has not had euphoria yet. Retailers have not got rich yet. There's been so many white swan events, which are top signals. Technically, they're top signals, but Ethereum hasn't reached all-time high. Altcoins never went up. The ratio, others BTC never went up. It doesn't seem like it's over. We'll see though. I'm not selling. It's like if someone's bullied you over and over. They've bullied you for 5 years, and like you maintain some like respect for yourself, right? If they bully you for another month, like, you're not gonna lose self-respect. And then like you're not gonna, it's like, I'm not gonna sell cheap prices if we've been cheap for like the whole last 2 years anyway. Nah, we're gonna make it, but just gotta wait for ETH to do its thing. If ETH isn't up at the end of this month, it pretty much has to like double. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We're gonna make it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I thought I'd mention that just to like keep track with where I am on the timeline when I look back. But what I wanted to talk about today, small business related, is outreach, cold outreach, and what I've been doing. So I'm on high level. I base my business on high level, and I've been building. It's done now. I've built my cold email outreach system using the quantity method, right? So I've used D7 Lead Finder to find a bunch of leads. I've added them to my contact list, right? And then I built a massive automated workflow, which when an email is opened or not opened, there'll be a bunch of, it's pretty much like if you've ever done coding, it's like the drag and drop kind of. Anyway, it's a system for when the cold email is opened, and if it's not opened, the series of emails if it is open, series of emails if it's not, and then like it links back together and blah, 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 blah. And I had to make trigger links, write all the emails. Anyway, so, and then I was thinking, because I've like built my business, at the start of when I built my business, I made a flowchart on Miro of all the steps. It's like a step-by-step flowchart of how my business operates, right? It starts with like the lead finding, then the cold outreach, and then the service delivery, whatever. I just got like this big snake trail, right? And I'm looking at my Miro chart, and I've got quality and quantity cold outreach systems. And then I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna dilute myself if I try to do both at the start. Because I was thinking ahead, right? And I thought a problem that will probably come up, an excuse that probably come up, like some resistance in my head, is that I'll probably think that one system won't work because it's had a bad day or a bad week, and then I'd switch over to the other system and then try that for a week, and then I'd come up with the conclusion that both of them failed, but I wouldn't have actually tried them properly because I quit them 7 days in. So I've decided for that reason, to avoid that problem, to pick one, do it for at least over a month, at least over 2 months, before adding another one. So then I can make sure I have a working system and I don't quit it and make false assumptions that it failed when it didn't fail. I just didn't try enough and tweak, right? And what that's called, it's called it's like shiny object syndrome, right? Like you try the new thing because the old thing isn't working, and like all the pros of the new thing are blurted out to you, but then you do it and it's like it's the same shit as everything else. So yeah, gonna push through with the quantity cold outreach. And you should see this thing, this fucking workflow that I've made is like so many. I actually like building it. It was so fun. And yeah, so I've just done that recently. I've been testing it because what I also came across is that the emails need to sound not salesy, because if they sound salesy, if they're too salesy straight out and you make it like retarded, it will go into spam straight away, right? But then, so spam is like ultimate salesy, like you've been blacklisted, people think you're fucking annoying. And then the level on top of it, on Gmail, there's a section for promotions, right? And you don't want to be put in there because you probably didn't even know there's a section called promotions, so no one checks their promotions tab, right? And if you're in there, they're just not going to open it because they think you're selling something, right? So you need to get your email opened at the start. That's like top on priority. So to do that, you need to land in the inbox. And if you want to land in the inbox, you need to make your email seem as least salesy as possible. And when I mean that, I mean like avoiding like buzzwords like offer, guarantee, free, what's another one, like refund, like all those salesy buzzwords, right? 50% off, that shit, right? Money back. You want to get rid of all of that, right? You want to make it like conversational to get out of the promotions tab, because these will flag the Gmail that you're trying to pitch something. Then we'll go into promotions. That's why there's a segment for it. So what I've been trying to do, and which I have done, I've had to test all my emails and see if they land. If I had my other phone, I'd show you, but see if they land in the inbox or the promotions tab. And I've been sending them to my brother, and they've been like, oh, it came in my promotions. I'm readjusting it, asking ChatGPT, oh, what sounds salesy in this, adjust it, and then I get it in the inbox. And I had to do this for like 20 different emails. It took so long, it was great. But yeah, it was fun because it was like problem solving. And I could do this, I add this, I remove this. It was good. And yeah, now all the emails go to the inboxes, which will drastically improve my delivery, like my open rate, just like my results, because there's so many bottlenecks through the workflow. I need to make sure that my emails land in the inbox, because that's just a straight up very big bottleneck just to begin with. And if I can avoid that, it's going to be so much better for me. Anyway, it's kind of a nice day outside. Sun's not really shining, but just get out there and chitch. And yeah, have a good day. Bye. So to follow back from that last clip, right? I said that the whole reason that my emails weren't going to the inbox was because I was sending too promotional content, right? And it was too salesy, right? Which partly may be true, but I was also sending the emails through Higher Level, right? And like, there's a part where you can go test the email or test workflow, and I was doing it through that, right? What I didn't realize, and after some extra research, is that when you send them through these platforms like Mailmerge, like a GMass and Higher Level, they use their own IP or like a different IP to send the emails, which like flags to Gmail and Outlook and Yahoo, these email providers, as like spam and all this stuff, because like they can recognize when emails are being sent through like a mass email software. So that's why half of my emails were getting stopped and half of them weren't, and all the ones that I sent from my phone directly were going through perfectly fine. But like the ones that were going through Higher Level, every one out of three would be stopped. So I kept that previous clip in there, just to show the level of problem solving that I had to do, really. Because I wasn't convinced that was the only way to get it into the inbox. So I kept, because it wasn't consistent, and I'm looking at like other email marketers, and like they don't seem to have a problem with it. But then I'm looking at my own promotions, and it's just filled with like automated messages. So I'm like, hang on. And yeah, I worked it out. Anyway, so now I'm not gonna send the emails through the workflow, through that automated workflow. I'm still gonna use the structure of the workflow, but I'm gonna have to manually send the emails, which is fine. I'll use a CRM in Gmail, Streak, and because it's a inbuilt Chrome extension, it doesn't like get tagged, kind of. And yeah, so I just gotta verify all my emails now using NeverBounce, then upload the CSV to Gmail, and yeah. See you next one. Get outside, sun shining. You know the drill. Let's go.